Hey everyone, welcome back to Love Life Support.
Hi.
Um, what? If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, my name is Patty and this is my husband John Paul, and we like to read Am I the Asshole stories, other Reddit stories, relationship advice, and yeah.
Yeah, you're right. All of the things you said are true.
So if you were here last week, our theme was why would you do that? So this week is why would you do that part two? Because we did not get to finish all of our stories and now I have a few more. So
Why would you do that to me?
it could be why would you do that to me? Why would you do that in general? Why would they do that? So,
Why would
we'll
why would
figure it
they?
out if there's any assholes
Yeah,
and if they're doing things they shouldn't be doing.
you got it. Let's do it, Patty.
Okay. So, first story. Am I the asshole for refusing to wake up my husband when my parents visited and kicking them out when they insisted? Husband and I have been married for 5 years now, and we are both 29 years old. The last 3 weeks, due to a complete screw up in a department in the company my husband works for, it has been all hands on deck for my husband and his team to resolve the issues. My husband has been working 18 hours a day and even some days not even coming home, working throughout the whole entire night and into the next day. I don't know much about the issues exactly, but what I do know is that if they do not resolve the issues, it will be a $50 million loss for the company. The issues are not the result of my husband or anyone in his team, but they are the ones that have to fix the issues. I can see the exhaustion in my husband's face when he comes in at 2 to 3 in the morning when I'm awake and leaves at 7 again. I don't know how he is doing it and just keeps going, but I try my best to keep as much as possible off his plate at home until he could get the issues resolved. Before this, he has been nothing but supportive and helpful around the house. When he comes home, he eats, showers, and goes straight to bed. I have found him some nights literally sleeping at the table while he was busy eating when I went down to check on him because he wasn't in bed yet, and I got woken up to him passed out on the foot of the bed with the shower running and him still in his work clothes. 2 nights back, he got home at around midnight, which is late, but was early from when he normally gets back. And I thought something bad happened because he looked like a ghost. But through his exhaustion, he gave me this massive smile and said, they did it and everything is done. He told me the boss gave them each a couple of days off and he only needs to be back in the office next week, Tuesday. He ate dinner, took a shower, and got into bed. I got up the next morning around 9 and made breakfast. I thought about waking up my husband but didn't and let him sleep. Around 12, my parents visited me. I normally work from home and they do visit from time to time, seeing as I'm 6 months pregnant as well. I greeted them and we sat down and had coffee. Around 30 minutes into their visit, they asked where my husband was because they saw his truck in the driveway. I told them he was still sleeping. My mother gave me a look and said it's unacceptable for my husband to still be sleeping past 12, especially with a pregnant wife, and I should wake him up. I told them no and to leave it, and then explained the full situation of what happened the last 3 weeks to them. They didn't budge and insisted I wake my husband up. Apparently, it's not right for him to sleep in with a pregnant wife. It went as far as my mother standing up and saying if I wouldn't do it, she would go up and wake him up. I stood up and blocked my mother from going up the stairs and told my parents if they find it so wrong for my husband to get proper sleep after 3 weeks of barely getting any sleep, they should leave our house because I will not and I refuse to let them wake him up as well. I told them I will let my husband sleep until he wakes up himself. I will not disturb him and I will not allow anyone else to disturb him. They asked if I am kicking them out, and I said yes. If they can't respect my request to leave my husband alone and let him sleep, they are no longer welcome. Their whole visit lasted around an hour. Around 3 p.m., I got bombarded with texts from other family members berating me for kicking my parents out of my house, even my sister and brother berating me for doing it, telling me I'm the asshole for kicking them out for just trying to help. Even after I explained the situation, some family members are still on my parents' side, saying I overreacted by kicking them out because they were only looking out for my safety, seeing as I'm pregnant. Bit of extra information I see keep getting asked. This is my first child. She will also be the first grandchild and the first child born in the family in the last 20 years.
Oh wow.
So, am I the asshole?
I don't really think so.
No. I don't think you're the asshole.
Yeah.
But I don't understand the spelling.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's like this guy's working so hard to fix this one thing. Obviously he makes a lot of money, so like he's just tired all the time. He can't even. He falls asleep eating. He falls asleep even before the shower. He gets in the shower, like while he's taking clothes off, he falls asleep. It's like poor guy's working so
That's really
hard.
terrible.
Yeah.
Like being that tired where you just end up like that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
Like it's kind of terrible they made them do that at work. You know,
Yeah. The long hours and your family's just being really weird about it. Like how he's not allowed to sleep. It's like they think everyone has the same schedule as them.
it's like maybe they would be. It would be kind of nice of them saying that if this wasn't the situation, but even after explaining what has happened the last 3 weeks, and they are still like, no, like that's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I would maybe say they're not the asshole, like the parents aren't the asshole
They didn't know.
if they didn't know and like OP like somehow like never explained it or something. I'd be like, okay, well they didn't know. But since they did know, it's like, what are they doing? They obviously are like probably like boomers or something, or it's just
Sounds
like
like it. Yeah.
different generation where it's like it doesn't matter, you are here to suffer, so just suffer. And
Yeah.
it's like for him,
Yeah. And the
and it's
suffering.
like, no.
Yeah. It's just crazy, like the hours and all he has to go through. And it seems like he's a good guy, keeping a positive attitude, and just working for his family. And your family, your mom and dad comes along, and it's like they don't understand he works different hours. They don't understand that he maybe works for so much time and then gets a couple of days
But they did
off.
because they like he wouldn't even have off if he didn't like if they didn't complete what they were doing.
Yeah, exactly.
So she explained everything. So what's the issue?
They're not understanding.
Yeah.
And yeah, they can be asked to leave. That's not really an insult.
Yeah, I think saying go like you're not going to go upstairs and wake him up like first off that's just weird. Like you're not his parents, and also he's married, been married for 5 years, like unless he asked you to wake him up, don't wake him up. And then like she was being nice, like the wife was letting him sleep more because maybe it's been past 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours since he's been sleeping, but she's like he's literally not, like he has not gotten enough sleep every single day,
Yeah.
so he's like catching up on sleep now, and she's just letting him sleep in until he either wakes up or she's like he should probably eat or something.
Yeah.
But for the parents it's like no. And also yeah, she's pregnant, and maybe if she had like another kid or two, I'd be like, maybe he would just automatically wake up anyways. But like, okay, yeah, like he needs the help still, even though he's working long hours. But like at the same time, you're working 18 hours, maybe even 24 hours. Like, how are you supposed to help? So it's kind of like maybe he's working all of this terrible hours so that when they do have a kid, that he hopefully doesn't have to.
Yeah, it seems like that kind of job where it's like normally it's like once a week he comes in, maybe every other week or something like that. But this is like one thing. It's probably IT, honestly.
I don't know, probably not,
I
but
think is a system.
he probably works like normally like 8 hours, maybe 10 hours a day,
You think so?
and yeah, and then now it's, oh, they have to fix this issue immediately, and so now they're like required to stay there, like, you know.
Maybe it could be some kind of like server for some kind of bank or something that's like needs so much work. So many people go through all the files and needs to be done immediately, or we're gonna lose like 50,000, right? 50
I
million.
mean, you have 50 million, so it would either be like,
The
I don't
stock market
know.
just broke or something. I don't
It
know.
would probably be something electronic.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like something is down, something's not working, or it's one of those jobs where it's, oh, this person like put the wrong thing on this contract, or I don't know. It could,
Oh
but like
yeah, it
it
could be
wouldn't
lawyer.
probably take like that long, but like it's probably a job where they just don't give a crap about your life outside of
Oh
work.
yeah,
Like they probably are just like, you are required to stay here as long as we care,
yeah.
as long as we please.
His in-laws definitely don't care about him outside of work. So
Yeah, so definitely not the asshole. It's, why would they? Why would they do that? Why would they go up and try to wake him up like that? It would be crazy.
I know.
And like calm down. It's okay. Like,
Didn't we have
yes,
a?
she's pregnant, and yes, she's somewhat far along, 6 months, but she's doing okay.
Didn't I know? Didn't we have a story last part where it was like she's trying to get work done in her office and her aunt keeps doing it?
Yeah,
It's like the same
it's
thing.
similar. Yeah,
But
it's
why is up with family like not understanding?
like that. It sounds like how I grew up, where it'd be like, well, you have to get up anyways, even if it's just school or whatever. It's just, you have to get up. It doesn't matter if you got bad sleep. Like that's the kind of family I had, where it's like it doesn't matter
Yeah,
how much sleep you got. It's this time of the day now. You have to be up.
you're with everybody else is doing this, so you have to do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So let's see. So top comment, not the asshole. Your parents are ridiculous. Don't let them come over for some time. Let the poor dude sleep.
yeah. He needs to sleep.
Um, and people were talking, and I guess, I don't know, someone was saying like, what if there was an emergency? And someone said, I would assume he would help in an emergency. And someone replied to that, an equal partnership means sometimes one person carries a higher load. When she gives birth, that will shift into him carrying it. This was an emergency. If the company lost all that money, there's a very good chance he could lose his job. And she took point for a while. This is incredibly normal and healthy. So I guess maybe people were like, I don't know, like he should still help or something, or I don't know, but like, yeah, it makes sense that she would just pick up the slack because now he's having to work ridiculous hours.
Yeah, it's really good on the wife. Really nice of her.
And OP said, in an actual emergency, like I guess if like at home emergency, I would have woken my husband up if it was something I couldn't handle myself. I
Yeah,
know my husband, if I woke him up and something was wrong, he wouldn't even think twice about it. He will just jump up and do what is needed. Example of what happened in our second year of marriage. I broke my arm, did something stupid and broke it. My husband was away for a work trip. He booked a flight to get back when I called him and told him his flight got canceled due to weather, and he couldn't get another, if I remember correctly. And he spent 21 hours driving back home. My husband is a sweetheart, and for some reason, when it comes to me, he will literally do anything.
oh, that's nice. Seems like a
Yeah.
good couple. Good couple, but you know, bad in-laws and definitely not the asshole here.
Yeah. I don't know how much more there is to say about it, so I think we should just go to the
Yeah,
next story.
I just really don't know why they were doing that, but
I
maybe.
think it's just that, again, like that older generation mindset where it's like you just continue, like if something happens, you just have to suffer
Yeah.
instead of, and like he did suffer, but it's like even suffer more. And it's just like, as a husband, you need to be doing this. And it's like, yeah, as a husband, I should be helping out. And I do need to take care of my wife, my pregnant wife, and all this stuff. But at this moment in time, there's an exception. And leave me alone.
Yeah. He didn't have to say it to his wife. His wife understood. Am I the asshole for skipping my brother's wedding because I wasn't invited to the engagement party? I, 28 male, have a twin brother. Growing up, we were inseparable, and until recently, I thought we were still very close. I was always more of a shy nerd, and he was an extrovert that played sports throughout our childhood and high school. But we spent almost all of our time together by choice. We went our separate ways when college came. I stayed local in Arizona, and I went to college in Portland. When I graduated, I stayed there because I fell in love with the city. My friends are here, my professional networks from internships were here, etc. But I always flew back home for holidays, events, birthdays, etc. My brother announced on Instagram that he and his girlfriend of 3 years got engaged. I was incredibly happy for him and texted him congrats. He mentioned they were planning to have an engagement party in 6 to 8 weeks, and I told him to let me know so I can book a flight to come celebrate. I was never told a date. If I brought it up with him or anyone in the family, they change the subject or say it's still being planned and confirmed. After a few weeks, I texted my brother to ask about the date because it must be getting close and I don't want to pay for a last minute flight. No response. I asked my mom for details and she said, "It's not really an engagement party, just a small dinner with family. There's no need to come down for it." I eventually found out that it was, in fact, a big party. They rented out an entire restaurant for 4 hours and there were about 80 guests. Family, friends, cousins, everyone. Everyone was told I couldn't make it. My aunt, who was like a second mother to me, texted me that she was very disappointed I couldn't make time to join, and I replied that I would have happily come, but I was not invited. Word spread quickly about my snub, and my parents and brother tried to say it was just a misunderstanding. That was almost a year ago. Since then, I've tried to get to the bottom of why I wasn't invited. Over the course of months, it went from, it was just meant to be a small gathering, to, I don't know what happened, there must have been a miscommunication, to, it's just a party, it's no big deal. I asked my brother if he was mad at me. I thought maybe his fiance didn't like me. Even if she or he didn't want me there, why were my parents okay with this? This really wasn't like them. Christmas and Easter were both awkward as hell because no one but me wanted to address the elephant in the room, and any conversation about anything was like small talk with strangers. When I visited in May for my sister's birthday, I left early after my sister said, "You moved so far away, it's like you're not really family anymore. You make everything feel so weird now." 9 months ago, I got the save the date announcement, and 6 months ago, I got the invitation to the wedding. I wasn't asked to be in the wedding party, which is fine, and wasn't surprising at this point. My sister and younger brother were asked to be in the wedding party, so another snub. I also didn't get a +1 for my girlfriend I've been seeing for almost a year and a half. My sister, however, got a +1 for her FWB. Uh oh. So I decided I wasn't welcome, and I was probably only invited for optics and to play Happy Family. I didn't RSVP no, since I knew that would cause a shit show. I just didn't go. The wedding was this past weekend. No one contacted me about missing the rehearsal dinner, so I guess even if I did go, I wasn't invited to that either or expected to be there. I started getting calls and texts about an hour before the ceremony asking where I was, if my flight was delayed, how far along I will be, etc., and ignored them. They stopped for a while during the ceremony, but started up again right after. I finally picked up my mom's phone call and she screamed, "Where the hell are you?" I replied, "In Portland, where you all prefer me to be." She said, "This is your brother's wedding. How could you embarrass us?" I answered, "It's just a party. It's no big deal, right?" It was probably the first time in my life my mother was speechless. After a few seconds of silence, I said, "Tell everyone I said hi," and I hung up. Now I'm getting calls and texts from everyone saying I was being petty and ruined the day. So am I the asshole here? I feel like I'm just matching their energy and dropping the rope.
What do you think?
Mm.
I have a lot of emotions.
I have a lot of mixed emotions.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
First of all, this is so relatable.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, I want to say like not the asshole just because it's so relatable, but
This is the thing is that it's so relatable to us,
yeah,
but we're so like we would have done.
we would have, of
Of course.
course, same
But
page
this
here.
is so relatable. Just how it's like just not getting invited. Like,
Finding out last minute.
yeah.
Mm.
Like no one contacts you, no one cares. Like nobody cares that you're not there until it's the moment to care, you know, or just yeah.
Like it says, an hour before the ceremony, asking where I was, if my flight was delayed. It's like we both.
Like
Well, I'll
no one
speak for
cared to think
myself.
nobody cared to see him before the wedding actually started.
No,
Like
they didn't want
what?
to check the whole thing. Like, oh, your flight was delayed. It's like people in my family is like everybody expects things to be taken care of for them, and like the communication to be taken care of for them, or the flights to be taken care of. Like it's like if you were gonna be in my life, then you have to like cater to me, and it's like it can't be equal. It can't be like I care about you, so I message you. It's like it's just that neglect, and I really get it. You know, I get it, but I still would have gone because
Yeah.
this is giving stuck up and like and insulted and hurt. But
But I think that like I get not going. It's really stupid that you weren't invited to the engagement party. Like how hard would it be for them to just invite you? And then if you don't come, you don't come because maybe you can't make it. But it seems like you're the kind of person that's going to make it happen and you have the money to do so. And for them to just not invite you kind of is giving that they just don't like you or like at least your brother and it's your twin brother like you would think he wants you there like isn't that insane
yeah, yeah, I don't
to not
know.
have your twin brother in your wedding party is crazy
Yeah, especially if they're close, if they were close.
like even if you were just close when you were kids it's like it's normal as siblings to be close when you're kids because you're right next to each other, especially when you're twins, and then to eventually grow a little bit apart. But to not even care about them being there, like, of course you should care. And if he was that kind of person where it's like, yeah, I don't really care making it to anything, but it's a wedding, like, I can get like, it's like, well, we never see him. It's like, you see him, you know?
Yeah, and no one's making it out to Portland to see you.
Yeah. Where was anything mentioned of them coming out to go and see you where you are? And yeah, to not have your twin brother in your wedding party, it doesn't matter if the person lives somewhere else. Like, it's your twin brother. That's so
Yeah,
weird
yeah,
to not even have him in your wedding party. Doesn't even have to be your best man or anything, but at least a groomsman. He should be there for the engagement party. You literally told him that there was going to be an engagement party. Why would you tell him that there's going to be one if you're not going to invite him? It was a big thing, and he would have loved to be there. And then you don't even have him in the wedding party, so then he's not invited to the rehearsal dinner because usually that's for that. But like family would be there too. And then you don't even message him. You don't even confirm why he hasn't RSVP'd. You haven't done anything to check up on him and actually get down to the issue. And you obviously don't care about him being there for your day. And then suddenly, the day of, everybody else is freaking out. Like, what is up with this?
yeah,
And I get him not being there. And it is ridiculous that he didn't get a +1 if his sister got a +1 for friends with benefits. Like, okay. Like, that's so messed up because first off, okay, you don't need to give a +1 to someone who's only been dating for someone only dating someone for like a year and a half, but at the same time he's traveling. So, in my personal opinion, you should probably give a +1, but if you're gonna give a +1 to the sisters, fuck buddy, then you should be giving him a +1 for his actual girlfriend. That aside, even if that didn't happen, or if he was okay with the fact that his girlfriend wasn't invited and that wasn't another issue, but yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying. I'm just saying this whole thing is just so ridiculous.
It is. I think. I think that I will say that I'm so conflicted because a lot of what I'm hearing is like obviously one side. What I'm hearing is that you feel uncomfortable. There's an elephant in the room every time you see them. They don't want to talk to you. They feel like it's too far. I don't know if they even know what the situation they're putting you in. Like it maybe is not your fault, but I also think that you didn't have to just wait to make a statement. You could have
Yeah,
just talked it out.
I do agree that there was so much time and so many points where he could have been more upfront and actually communicated because yeah, I think that is a problem because like when he found out that it was actually a big party for the engagement party, it should have been he should have confronted somebody,
Mm-hmm.
either his mom or his brother, and when he wasn't in the wedding party, he probably should have said something. Like, he just should have said something, and I get it. I get, like, why do you have to be the one to get the information? Like, if they really wanted you there, then they should have said something. And that is valid. But at least once, you should have said something. At least one time, there should have been a point where you said to your brother, why did you not invite me? But I will also say there was the comment of, "Oh, you don't even feel like family because you live so far away from his
Yeah,
sister."
that is pretty rough.
So it's like, but at the same time, there's been a lot of talk of what his mom has said, what his sister has said, but what has your twin brother said?
Yeah.
And I get it. I really do. But there should have been at least at some point you said something
Yeah.
to the person who's getting married and is your brother.
Good point. Yeah.
So I don't think I understand. Like, I don't think you're the asshole, but it's maybe I don't know. Everybody is sucks here.
Well, he's not the asshole, but it's like the John Paul and Patty asterisk. You know, it's like in 30 years, are you gonna think about how you didn't say you said I didn't feel like family and you this and that.
Maybe.
It's like, or are you gonna think about how you didn't go to your brother's wedding?
Yeah.
It's like,
But
yeah,
at the same time, if somebody wanted him to be there and didn't see his RSVP, like I would notice that if they didn't RSVP,
yeah,
unless I was in communication with them and it was very obvious and they're
yeah,
in the wedding party or something like that. But like he wasn't in the wedding party, obviously wasn't in communication. So why did they not see that he didn't RSVP and say
I
something?
didn't care.
So like
Yeah,
again, I understand and it's really on them.
yeah,
Like everything is on them.
yeah. It is.
But I would have still gone. Or at least you should have said something. And then if from there was a bigger ordeal and they obviously were like, yeah, we didn't want you to come.
Yeah,
Then I'd be like, okay, well, I get it. You're not
yeah,
going to the wedding.
yeah.
So,
It's somewhere between an actual they don't like you and they either are so absent-minded or they just really think the distance is such a problem.
but like, It's not even like he's that terribly far. I
I
mean, like, it's pretty far.
I miss where the first location is.
Arizona, Oregon.
Oh, that's not too
It's
bad.
not that bad.
Yeah, Arizona, Oregon. How tall is the country?
Like, it's not like he's in
Mm.
California and they're on the East Coast.
No, it
Like,
could be a lot worse. Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it's closer than the distance from me to my family.
Probably.
Yeah, like just north. Yeah.
It depends on where in Arizona. But he's in
Yeah,
Portland, Oregon. Wait, Portland is pretty high up.
is north. Yeah,
It's like basically Washington.
yeah, just about.
So it's probably like far, but like, come on.
Yeah, I think I would say lean towards not the asshole. Because I wouldn't like my family to treat me like this, and I might feel the same way as him.
It's like, I wish it wasn't a wedding to make this statement,
Yeah,
basically.
this is like pretty. You're risking a lot here. Like,
Yeah, because like, I think if it was something else and you made this statement, then it they probably needed that. They need a statement,
yeah, yeah.
obviously.
I mean, your mom didn't even think about it when you said it's just a party back to her. She's like, "Oh wow, I didn't even think about how my words coming across that."
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there should have been more communication,
Hmm.
at least once with your mom, probably, and once with your brother.
Yeah.
And then from there, if they're just like not answering or whatever, then you should have said, "You didn't even invite my girlfriend. You didn't invite me to the thing. I'm considering not just, I'm just not going to
Yeah,
come."
you should have said that.
And just see
Absolutely.
what happens.
Yeah, I think what your point about the you really didn't talk to the brother at all is like such a good point because the OP really did not message the brother at all, and
Like, I
you
think he
could think,
did communicate with him about the engagement party and he didn't respond, but
oh yeah, you're
he
right.
didn't communicate to him after. Like, him not going to the engagement party is totally on them,
Hmm.
but
That was weird, actually.
and they obviously didn't want him there.
Yeah,
But from then on, it should have been, you should seek to figure out why that happened.
yeah,
Do they even care about you? Why are you not in the wedding party? All these things. And then from there, okay, I'm not coming.
yeah. If there's a world where it's like the brother's only input is like, "Hey man, you live far. I'll see you at the wedding," like that kind of thing. It's like don't need to make him a part of the wedding party because like he's not around to like help with the bachelor party or even be involved in it. Like
And
if
then
he
he would have
thinks,
came to the bachelor
I
party.
know, like I would not see these things as limitations.
People are weird with distance.
I know.
Like, there are people who will do anything to see the people they care about, and there's people who are like, out of sight, out of mind.
I'd rather stop caring about you than make the trek.
First off, top comment, not the asshole. I believe your sister gave you a big clue on what your family is thinking. And OP replied, "Unfortunately, you're right."
Dun dun
And there's
dun.
an update.
I don't know. I'm scared because I really wasn't
You gotta,
expecting too
I
much.
know, I'm so excited that there's an update.
Did you read this?
No,
Okay.
but you have to read it.
Dun dun dun. Update on: Am I the asshole for skipping my brother's wedding because I wasn't invited to the engagement party? Thank you to everyone who responded to my last post. I can't believe how many replies I got, and I tried keeping up, but I couldn't. I also thought it'd be 50-50, not the asshole and you're the asshole, because I know what I did was a bit petty. For those who didn't read my last post, the thick of it is that I was specifically not invited to my twins' engagement party, specifically not included in the wedding party, and I chose not to attend after being iced out for the past year to the wedding. To the people who said you're the asshole, I understand your reasons. Yes, it was cowardly to not RSVP to avoid drama, but looking back, I was in a headspace where I just caved to the guilt if I RSVP'd that I wasn't planning to attend. Also, a little part of me was hoping they'd realize I didn't RSVP and tell me they want me to come. But every day that passed between the RSVP date and the wedding, I got angrier and more hurt, and I wanted to make it clear in a big way that if they don't want me around, I don't have to be around. And I get that's an asshole move. I had a long phone call with my aunt and cousin last night about the wedding drama. They have given me some more info, and our suspicions are a bit of conjecture based on what we know and what I've heard, but here it goes. We really do think my mother felt I rejected them when I didn't move back after graduating. This is despite always coming home for my brother and sister's graduations, all birthdays, mine and immediate families, holidays, special events, etc. I practically visit on a monthly basis. See, it's monthly.
Yeah, that's honestly, even if we lived with like near your family,
Yeah.
that's probably how much we would see some people, and probably not
Yeah.
even that.
I
That's like
know.
more than even that. You know what I mean?
If I go like twice a year, I'm like okay, well that's actually good that I went twice a year. That's a good amount to me. He's going monthly and they are cutting him out is crazy.
That is insane because monthly. I mean, I live out here. I moved over here to be near my family, or I'm near my family, most of them. And sometimes I see them only once a month.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's insane.
I know.
Once a month is like
In your life.
as if you do live near them.
Yeah, he's making this trip every time and his birthday. I gotta get back to this. It's crazy. But despite this, we think that she has some weird vendetta against me for splitting up her family and being an example to my siblings that they don't have to stay local. Even worse, somehow visiting so often made my mother resentful because my aunt mentioned that my mother once told her a few years ago that I was flaunting my wealth by showing I could visit so often. Thanks to my senior year internship, I went immediately into a field where progression can be quick, and thanks to going back for a very specialized master's degree, I am in a very niche space within that field and was able to move up faster. I'm not bragging. It was just luck, connections, and a great mentor early on. People suggested my brother might be jealous. He does earn less, but as far as I know, he loves his job. It just doesn't have the same career progression. Honestly, his job is much more exciting than mine, and I'm sure it fulfills him a lot more. My job isn't terrible, it's just not one anyone wants to hear work stories about at a dinner party, lol. I was also flaunting my money by giving family money when they needed it. My grandfather often said, never loan family money. Give it freely if you want to, but you'll destroy relationships when you start asking for repayment. Not a week of Judge Judy reruns goes by without proving that true. So when I could, I gifted my family money when they needed it. Money for car repairs, money to help with my parents' mortgage when my dad was out of work during COVID, money when my brother ran out halfway through his kitchen renovations, and until last night, my parents' internet and Disney Plus bills, but I've now canceled the monthly auto payments. Again, this was me flaunting my success. But they never stopped asking either.
Damn, you got hella money.
My aunt and cousin also said they've heard lots of passive aggressive comments about me over the years. First, from my mother saying the first few years after I decided to stay in Portland, and then eventually from my siblings. We're pretty sure my mother slowly poisoned them against me for not moving back home and showing what happens if they ever try to move away. Someone said this about my mother meeting my girlfriend in a previous post. To be honest, given the context of everything else that's happened, what your mother said here about finally finding someone who can put up with you sounds less like a tongue in cheek joke and more like a not so subtle barb. I see it now. I laughed it off as just my mom's humor, but I now also see that these passive aggressive comments to my siblings, over years, was subtle manipulation to turn them against me and for me to learn to accept it. A lot of people suggested that this treatment was to get me to move back home and to punish me for leaving. But I'm not going to come home to embrace treatment like this and hope it goes away now that they've got their way, especially when it's been too ingrained in them by now. It also explains why, for the past few years, almost every conversation is initiated by me. They simply don't like me anymore, and they don't need me until they need something or want something. My cousin also learned from another cousin that my brother shot himself in the foot when he mentioned the engagement part. Oh my gosh, that was That was a literal shooting in the foot.
The way you said it made me think it too.
Yeah. My cousin also learned from another cousin that my brother shot himself in the foot when he mentioned the engagement party. I wasn't supposed to know at all. The plan was to tell everyone I couldn't make it and hope I'd never find out. My brother told that cousin that I wasn't supposed to find out about it, but after he let it slip, I wouldn't shut up about asking to come. Based on how they've been talking about me for a couple of years, lots of extended family thinks I'm some annoying loser who makes my too often visits miserable for my family, and I can't get the hint to fuck off. So I'm finally fucking off. My aunt and mother never really got along. My aunt is my mother's brother's wife. But my aunt said she knew all of this, had my mom's name all over it, and that years of digs, passive aggressive comments, and full on aggressive comments have all come to this. She said they're not the same people. I told them that I don't think there's any coming back from this then. My aunt and cousin both mentioned that they never heard my dad say anything bad. So my aunt is going to have my uncle talk to my dad, man to man, see if he can find out what the hell is going on. I thanked my aunt and cousin and reminded them that they are pretty much the only family I have left, and I don't plan on losing touch with them. My aunt even mentioned that they haven't gone camping in years and asked if there are any nice places around Portland. It's too far to drive to go camping, but it means they may visit sometimes. They also said they were going to try to correct the info about me with extended family members, but I told them not to bother. They've already chosen to believe it. But for now, my immediate family are cut off. I've blocked them on my phone and social media. No more free handouts when they need money. No more wasting money to go to Phoenix, fucking Arizona, 10 plus times a year just to be roasted by the sun and family members. No more punching bag. Thank you all for your support and helping me realize my family really is shitty.
Oh.
So it's so much deeper than we thought.
I mean, I think that yeah, it is deeper than we thought because it's like the mom is like really like
Rar.
like kind of maybe like I think it's giving narcissist.
Yeah.
Like I think the mother is a narcissist because of the fact that it's like you dared to leave me and then like turning everybody else like against him is pretty narcissistic.
100%. It's
That's just
crazy.
crazy.
So much to
Oh,
the
I feel so
story.
bad for him.
Yeah, me too.
Like, yeah, that's just insane to like like make his siblings hear like subtle information about like how he's so terrible, and then to the point where it's like his own twin brother like turned against him,
Yeah.
you know.
It is sad. I also bet it would bother you, like all the people saying things about you that just aren't true.
I know, I would lose my damn
I
mind.
know.
I would, yeah. I feel like that's the reaction. It would just be like, at this point, I'm just not gonna talk to any of them and I'm gonna block
Yeah.
them. But yeah, to the
Yeah.
point where they're like, "Oh, we're gonna try to like clear up your name," and he's like, "Don't bother."
Don't bother.
I'm like,
Bother.
bother.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Same.
should because then you should make them feel bad. Like
Yeah.
that would be a part of it is that like, oh, we really just did all of this to like an innocent man, basically like
Yeah. I realize that
we
the mom needs help.
yeah,
Like you just not listen to what she says anymore.
because now oh, you're just going to block them all and they're just going to think that's because you weren't invited.
You're a loser, or whatever.
They're going to somehow spin it around to make you sound I don't know, desperate or like
Yeah.
it make them think that they made the good decision. I don't know. But like how old is this person?
28.
So yeah, his brother's 28. That's just crazy.
The stuff that was revealed about the mom, like her opinions, is crazy. Like, oh, she's angry that I didn't move back. and like angry that I'm flaunting my wealth when we ask for money. Like this is really screwed up stuff.
Yeah, it sounds pretty narcissistic because she's probably like, that should be me kind of thing.
Yeah,
And yeah, like, what's the point of the mom doing all this to try to get you to come back? That's why it seems narcissistic because even if she's hurt that you left and she wants you back here and X, Y, and Z, I think most people would probably make their house and everything very welcoming, very like, you should move here. There's all these benefits of moving here and this and that.
free rent.
And I think a narcissist would do it like this because it's like, if we can't have you here and play by the rules of being near me
Yeah,
and I'm like in charge, then you're cut.
oh yeah,
I think that's why she might be a narcissist.
yeah. I agree. It's like weird, like Empress situation going on, and like if you're not part of her court, it's like she exiles you. It's so weird. She thinks
Yeah.
she's like all that. It's like you're a mom. You should want the best for your kid. Point
And
blank.
he comes
Period.
by all the time.
Yeah, that's insane. A month is a lot. That's so much commitment to your family, and you're still so in the dark, and they don't want to tell you about what's going on, and you have to
And he
find out from
helps
your
and gives them
aunt.
money.
Yeah, that's insane. That's really backstabbing.
Mm-hmm. All right, we need to go to the next one.
All right.
All right, next story. Would I be the asshole if I refuse? Brother in law requests that I temporarily move out of my home. My wife and I have been married for 20 plus years, dating since 16. Before the age of 21, I was degenerate. I cheated, got in trouble with the law. I was abusive, never physical, but definitely verbal. I was horrible. This woman never left my side, not once. The day we found out she was pregnant, it's like a switch flipped in my head. My wife kept our baby against her family's wishes. They wanted nothing to do with me. I don't blame them. My parents and siblings basically disowned her after that. I completely turned my life around, married her, went back to school, I got a job, had another wonderful kid, got another degree, started a business. I made sure she never needs to work a day in her life. My life now revolves around making hers easier. We just renewed our vows last year. Time passed and wife has made amends with her family, but they to this day do not acknowledge me. Again, I do not blame them. My wife's family lost her childhood home when she was around 13, when her parents divorced. It's been in her family for generations. Wife always wanted to own it again. Over the last decade, I kept a tab on it. About 3 years ago, the house went up on sale and we bought it. Wife and I have been living there since. Kids are in college, so it's just the two of us, and life has been very peaceful. Last month, my father in law died. Now, mother in law is alone and needs a place to stay. One of my wife's sisters never left the house or got married and lives with and takes care of mother in law full time. None of wife's siblings can afford to take them in currently. Wife and I had a great idea. Mother in law and the sister can move into our house. It was their house once, so it will be familiar. We have more than enough space and funds to support both of them very comfortably, and I thought it was a great opportunity for me to improve my relationship with them too. Recently, I got a call from my brother in law. He likes the idea, thinks that is the best case scenario for everyone, except he has one condition. All the siblings want me to move out as long as their mother is in that house. They do not want to deal with my presence whenever they want to visit their mother. They also don't want to feel under my roof. I was ready to say no until he said this, that him and his siblings had to spend years of their growing up dealing with the fallout of their parents, losing their oldest daughter to me. The last thing I can give her is to let their mother have their kids around peacefully in the house. In their defense, wife's parents did become crazy strict on the rest of the siblings after wife left with me. But that was years ago. We are all in our 40s now. They don't care if my wife stays or moves with me. They just want me gone. The family is planning to place mother in law in a nursing home when her health deteriorates, which we are guessing will be in a year or two. They are not trying to claim ownership of the house. I trust my wife and her family on that. They are just that appalled by my presence and want me to live somewhere temporarily while they take care of their mother in the last few years. On one hand, I want to laugh at how ridiculous this request is. On another, maybe I owe it to that family. So am I the asshole? Or would I be the asshole? Or if he refuses?
No way. How are you gonna take all his money and all his hard work to like earn back, hit like all the favors his wife's done for him. Like he's doing such a good job that he's changed completely, made so much money. 40 years gone, 30 some years has gone by.
20 years probably.
A long time has gone by. Doesn't matter what he did. He's making money now. He's making the wife happy, and he's willing to put up the mother and someone else take care of her for free. You don't get to take his money and leave him out of it. That's ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, this is just completely ridiculous. Of course, you would not be the asshole if you refuse to do this for them. First off, they need to grow up. Like, I understand them not wanting to be around you, but sometimes you need to suck it up.
Yeah, when no one can afford it, you need to.
Especially since he's changed. If he hasn't changed,
Yeah, that's one thing.
then yeah, I would understand not wanting to be around him. But since he has changed, and also they're ridiculous because they basically disowned your wife once you guys
Yeah.
left together, which again, I understand that he was shitty, but if you really care about your daughter and you knew that she was in an abusive relationship, the last fucking thing you should do is disown her.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. Do they even know who you are anymore? No. Like, you were verbally abusive. You were pretty shitty. You
Yeah.
didn't have a good job or whatever. You didn't care about no nothing. And now you've changed. You have a lot of money. You have the house that she grew up in.
I know.
Like, you've done so much for her. Your kids are already out of the house and you guys are in your
College,
40s.
yeah.
Like, okay. And you're willing to do all this for them, but they can't put up with your presence and being under your roof. Guess what? It is your roof. Like, I would understand if you want to pay back. Like, yeah, I understand I kind of made your lives a little shittier, but that's not your fault. Like, it's never the children's fault for how the parents end up reacting, I guess. Like, just because they became more strict after you guys left, like, really has nothing to do with you.
And you did kick her out too.
And they disowned her anyway. So do they even care?
If
Anyways, but basically, like, this is your house. It's ridiculous to make you move out for a few years. It's going to be a few years. And then they're going to end up being, oh, we can't put her in a nursing home. And then she's going to live for another 15 years. And then you're out of your house for 15 years. What is your wife doing?
it's ridiculous.
And it's ridiculous to ask this. It takes a lot of balls to go to a man that you don't even want to be in the presence of and request this kind of stuff. Like, that's ridiculous.
That's like the Grinch living in the North Pole and kicking Santa out.
And you've changed. If you haven't changed, then all of this would be different. But you've changed, and they need to get over that you made their lives harder. You didn't make their lives harder. Your parents did, or their parents did.
Yeah.
So screw that. You're being kind to even let this person in your house, because honestly, if this whole time they don't even want you around, they can't even stand you haven't even been around them, I wouldn't even say you're the asshole for not allowing the mother and sister to live with you.
Oh yeah.
I would say you're not the asshole on that.
Yeah.
So you're being way nicer.
Especially if the wife has already been talking to her family again and is saying he's changed. Like, that should be enough,
Yeah.
He's making me happy. Done. You know.
Yeah.
To the point of in-laws is like to make the person happy. Like if the in-laws only check should be, am I making you happy? That's all my in-laws need to care about.
Mm-hmm.
And safe and all that stuff. So it's ridiculous. So like beggars cannot be choosers, and they are really trying right now.
Yeah. Someone else can take her in. Like, I don't get it. And honestly, oh, for when they come round, they don't want to deal with your presence. Like, that is so shitty.
It's so insulting.
Yeah, that's really insulting. And I get it. You were probably really terrible, and I probably would not want to be around you.
Right.
But if you've changed, isn't that the whole point of changing? Is so that you've changed and now you can be around people who previously did not want to be around you.
Yeah.
Isn't that the whole point?
Yeah.
So there was like a little update.
Okay.
Thank you to everybody for the comments. I spoke to my wife about it. She shut it down. I told her how exactly I felt about it, and she called her sister, the one that's been taking care of the mom. I guess the brother is not exactly the one calling the shots in this situation. The siblings are all well aware of what he thinks of me, but she sounded surprised that he actually asked me outright to move out. Her concern is mainly mother in law's ease of living. There's not many options. Our old apartment doesn't work. It's a high rise with no parking, and we have a wheelchair accessible van. Plan now is they'll eventually move in by the end of next month. I will not be going anywhere. We are going to figure it out as a family. Brother in law can choose to not visit his mother if he feels that strongly about it.
Mm-hmm.
Unexpected sweet silver lining. My daughters are visiting for a whole week the first week of the move in. Whenever that ends up being. I haven't had both around at the same time since Christmas. I'm a happy man. Okay.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad your wife is backing you up, and so true. The brother can just not see his mother if he cares that much.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm guessing it maybe he's even more of the like hater, you know?
He's the
It
one.
seems like the rest
Yeah.
of them definitely don't like being around him, or they do still have like hard feelings, I guess.
Yeah.
But they probably deal with it. And this brother is the only one that's like, we don't even want to be around you.
Right.
And it's like, okay, like we need to learn how to forgive people. We
Yeah.
need to learn how to, not hold on to grudges.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to learn how to grow up. I think that's what he needs. And also, why would he do that? Why would he move out of his own house? So, yeah.
I would not.
Obviously, I think everybody agrees.
Not the asshole.
Someone said, dude, the only reason that your mother in law and sister in law even have the opportunity to live in that house is because you bought it. Your wife's siblings need to grow the fuck up and realize that people can change over the course of 30 years. Their refusal to acknowledge the fact that you are a completely different person now than you were back then is totally insulting to you and your wife. They should be grateful that you made the opportunity available. Their proposal is utterly selfish and insulting, not the asshole.
Yep.
So that one's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I think so.
Unless there's something you want to say.
No. Am I the asshole for telling my wife she makes traveling no fun? So my wife, 38, and I, 36, male, have been together for 8 years. We live in my home state of Arkansas. She is from San Diego. Every year she wants to visit home. We used to fly, but since we have a kid, 2 female, she now wants to drive. I have no problem using all my vacation days for this. She lives there. Traveling is a pain because she overpacks. Used to fill my CX7 full, but work gave me a $900 car allowance, and we used that to get a full-size Suburban. This time she loaded that full. I mean, front passenger to the ceiling, so I can't see the mirrors full. We didn't use hardly any of it. Every stop I carried everything into the hotel because she was afraid it would get stolen. It's 3 days each way. Got through it. Told her she makes traveling miserable because she is also super late. Tell her 10 a.m. She might arrive by noon. So every day we don't leave the hotel until 12. Then she insists we drive until midnight. Ugh, unfun. Anyway, this weekend I was sent on a work conference. They got me a sweet hotel room, weekend a nice resort, super excited. We're going to go and leave the baby. Day before, she cancels my mom watching to bring our child. Fills the Suburban full again. Mind you, it's my work trip. 5 days, 5 nights. Most of the stuff was just overpacking. She brought a tote of blankets, one of towels, two of her clothes. Totes! I told her she makes it miserable. The hotel always gets cluttered and full. The night before we leave is always a mess trying to pack, and her organizing stuff she brought that never gets used. She freaked out, told me I just want to go hook up and cheat at these things. I invited her, and she is filing for a divorce because I told her, "You're overpacking and insisting we fill every vehicle full, and always being so late makes me miserable." We were 3 hours late leaving to get to the conference, so I missed the networking opening night, which is where, in my industry, people tend to click up afterwards to a degree. I missed going to the best vendor events, etc., because she insisted that I don't leave because she was overwhelmed with how messy the hotel room was. Mind you, it was all the stuff she brought, took out of totes, and never used, and the toddler then destroyed. Am I the asshole? Edits for clarification. Yes, I am involved in raising our child. I actually packed for our trip. I had one bag for baby to go to mom's, toys, diapers, food, etc. A big bag, but one large suitcase. I had a bag packed for my wife and one for me. Yes, she had ADHD. Had. She always says she doesn't want to do this, then trip comes and she doesn't. I am not a cheater. She accused me of it last time I went solo. I'm exhausted. If she left me, I think I would be done with relationships. My own mental health is wrecked. My boss wasn't mad. He found the whole thing hilarious when I told him. He skipped half of the conference himself. My job wasn't threatened, but to me it was. I tried the whole packing thing for her and me. I have tried to just accept her issues, but it's gotten worse. When we first got together, it was she needed a large checked bag for a 2 day trip to Las Vegas. Now she needs an entire suburban for a week trip. One of issues is the vehicle is so full. If it was just the back, I might be able to deal, but it's so full I can't even see the side mirror.
That's bad.
Is that possible? I've expressed how unsafe that is, and she doesn't care, just yells, I don't understand. Yes, she comes from a hoarder background.
Hmm.
What's your opinion on this guy?
I think he's definitely not the asshole. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah,
Like, first off, I don't really know what ADHD has to do with this because you have ADHD and this is not something that you would do. It's more of, I think, an anxiety thing.
mm,
I guess like a lot of people do have anxiety and ADHD, so I think sometimes people like don't understand which one's giving the symptoms.
yeah.
This is anxiety.
Psychologist
Um
over here.
well, the thing is that like I will like overpack, but like not to the point where it doesn't even make any logical sense. Like obviously I wouldn't pack like the whole car like full of like so many things for, and like especially like depending on the days. Like I'm the person that will pack like, you know, 5 outfits for a 3 day trip or something, you know, like it's like, yeah, I'm gonna overpack a little. Like that's just logical because what if something happens to the outfit or if you don't want to wear that or just to give more options. But like, is she packing like 20 outfits for her, 20 outfits for her kid, all the toys that the kid likes, you know, like this, like it's like her anxiety is like through the roof because she's probably like, he likes this toy, but what if he doesn't like it that day? And I need this, and then I need that, and you know, it's probably like crazy anxiety, and then also hoarder, which is not good.
Yeah,
Um, so I think it's anxiety mixed with that hoarder perspective, I guess. I don't know if it necessarily has to do with it because you're a hoarder doesn't necessarily mean you have to bring everything with you all the time.
yeah.
Like, but whatever. It'd be more like, I don't know, she likes to get a lot of stuff. But it's crazy that she's saying something about divorce. And I think it is no fun. And I don't like the fact that she's late. And I don't like the fact that she canceled, like, their kid was going to be watched by his mom, and then
Yeah.
she canceled that. Like,
Yeah, that's weird.
she didn't even like consult you. Like, I think that's why this is giving anxiety, because I think she canceled it, and I bet it was a whole fight about how she's nervous and scared and this and that, and she needs the baby
Yeah.
with her. Like, she's definitely suffering from a lot of anxiety,
Yeah.
and it's probably related to having the baby,
Yeah.
because I don't know how they said
Like
two
how
2 years,
2 years.
but like still can be affecting her. So like, yeah, I think she's overly anxious, and then that's also probably why she said you just want to go to these things and cheat. Like, she's having like
Mm.
crazy anxiety, like,
Mm-hmm.
where it's probably not just anxiety, it's probably some other diagnosis that I don't know.
Like, you think it's like schizophrenia, maybe?
No, schizophrenia is not this. It's like, I don't even think it would be bipolar. It's probably like a mixture. It's like probably like some sort of personality disorder,
Oh wow.
or like, I don't know. It's just anxiety. Like, I don't know,
Wow.
some form of anxiety disorder. There's like a million of them.
Yeah.
And then if she still has ADHD, then that's probably playing a little part in like being late, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my piece. I think she needs help.
Yeah.
She needs help now,
Yeah.
and she needs help before you like actually try to go through a divorce,
Oh
because
yeah,
she
no.
doesn't know what she's doing.
No.
And like, I think the clarifications are great. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
we know, at least from your point of view, that you're taking care of things, that you're helping out, that you're taking care of the child, that you invited her to the trip. She didn't have to force herself to come to make sure you don't cheat, like, okay, from the clarifications and from what I understand, it seems like you're being a good husband, other than the fact that you don't communicate very well, because oh, you're not making this fun. And
Yeah.
like, she's definitely not.
That's
And I
not the
get
issue here.
also like just being annoyed. Like,
Yeah.
I would be annoyed too, and I would probably say that too.
Yeah.
And but you need to get her help. Like, this is one of those stories where I'm like, I hope there's people commenting,
Yeah.
get her to a therapist
I
now. Get
know.
her
I know.
there. Like, definitely do that first,
Yeah.
and then see if she cares,
Yeah.
see if she develops, and then maybe it's gonna be you asking for a divorce, because it sounds like,
Yeah.
yeah,
She's definitely going through it right now, and she's like, obviously, like everything you said is so true. Like the anxiety of overpacking to the most extreme degree possible, the stress of probably the baby, maybe some postpartum, like you said, and the the paranoia about cheating and all these things. When in reality,
yeah, it
he,
could be like anxiety and like being paranoid.
yeah, exactly, and he's just seeing like the tip of the iceberg, and he is like not the asshole, but you should go a little deeper and book that psychologist.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like maybe you would be the asshole if you were the one saying divorce, but she's the one who was
Yeah,
saying that. So
exactly.
really, it's just, you're not the asshole.
No,
Just get her help
now
if you love
it's,
her
yeah,
and you
exactly.
still want to make this marriage work.
Yeah, I don't think I like. Yeah, I can tell that he doesn't communicate very well. Maybe he's not that observant. At the end of the day, is like now is your chance. Now is you need to act because she's not going to help herself.
Yeah.
She's so like in her own head.
So someone said, not the asshole. Personally, I think your wife is crazy pants for wanting to drive the 20 plus hours both ways between San Diego and Arkansas with a 2 year old instead of flying. I've made that trip twice without kids, and it was torture. I feel like she's making it harder for y'all to travel, not easier. The bottom line is that she went with you on a work trip, made you late, accused you of wanting to cheat, and threatened to divorce you. None of these things are okay, OP. And also, that's another point is that the whole like instead of flying now, she wants to drive. It's anxiety.
Yeah, it's travel anxiety. Yeah.
It's probably not travel anxiety. It's anxiety. She has so much anxiety with her baby now.
Yeah.
She is scared that they're gonna go on a plane. There's gonna be an issue. She is, and that she feels more in control when they're driving. It's anxiety. It's paranoia. She has like paranoid personality disorder. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, and anxiety, and she needs help. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, I don't know. Oh, someone said OCD.
Yeah, that's
I was gonna say, is anyone mentioning anything?
well. The hoarder makes me kind of clash with the OCD a little bit.
Yeah, someone said as somebody with OCD, this reeks of OCD.
Mm.
And OP said, "What can one do to help with OCD?" And they gave information. So
Mm.
yeah, I mean, it could be OCD because it just depends on how she's thinking about things. I think it's more anxiety or paranoia. Well, you you can have those things with OCD. Like OCD does have paranoia and OCD does have anxiety. So it very much could be OCD. It just depends on what she's thinking. Like if it just totally depends. Either way, I'm glad someone mentioned a mental disorder. I hope that he goes and gets her diagnosed.
Yeah.
And they did mention therapy, so hopefully, like someone said therapy as the second thing to
Mm-hmm.
help with OCD. So hopefully, they do that. And hoarding is, I mean, it can be mixed with any sort of disorder. So
Well, I also think that like the cheating accusation is like she's scared of not having a man around to help her with the baby.
maybe
Like she's
that.
scared that he's
I don't
cheating.
know.
Like anything that's possible that's can, result in harm or financial harm or abandonment of the baby is like coming into her mind and torturing her.
Maybe, but I think it's just I think that postpartum she got anxiety, she probably got depression, she got whatever, and then that traumatic event and then led to other things and then now she probably has OCD or paranoia or whatever it is, a mixture of things, probably multiple things, and it's not getting treated. Like treat it as you would with a disease, as you would with a broken arm.
Yeah.
Like that's what people need to do.
Yeah.
Like the more you let it go, if you have a broken arm and you're not taking care of it, the more you let it go, the more issues it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So same thing. So she probably had issues right after the baby. They didn't take care of it, and then now it's developing, and they need to get it figured out.
Yeah.
So I want to go to the next story.
Sure.
So this is from AITAH.
Okay.
My neighbor asked my wife to cheat on me. Am I the asshole for telling her husband? I am using throwaway for obvious reasons. My neighbor and her husband moved next to us, and we used to get along like friendly neighbor stuff and sharing food with each other and talking to each other. She had become my wife's friend, but a month ago, my wife started ignoring her and she wouldn't even speak to her. And when I asked my wife why her friend isn't coming around anymore, my wife said she wants to stay away from her. I wanted to know what happened, so I checked my wife's phone and her text with our neighbor, and I found out that she said to my wife that she's hot and she fell in love with her and they should get together and their husbands don't need to know. My wife said she's not interested and blocked her, but I got angry after reading all of that, and if she wasn't a woman, I would have confronted her. But I decided to tell her husband everything and send screenshots to him. But my wife found out and she's upset because I didn't need to do what I did and inform her husband because now he's divorcing her and she's screwed for life when she handled it perfectly and I shouldn't have interfered. Am I the asshole?
So first you're asking for advice, and then you're asking for asshole. Yeah. I don't know. It's complicated. I think that you should have trusted your wife
I think, huh? I don't know what I think.
because the wife didn't. The neighbor didn't cheat, and maybe that was an urge, and then she is done with
I
that.
mean, at the same time, he sent the screenshots, not
It's
like
not
that
like
other husband knows what she did. It
yeah,
wasn't necessarily cheating. And also, maybe he's divorcing her because once he confronted her, maybe she confessed that
yeah,
she cheated with other women
yeah. I could see
or that
that.
I'm actually gay or any other reason. You don't know if they're getting divorced just because of this instance.
Yeah.
And because most people would probably just work it out if this was the only time, but the problem is that
Oh
it
yeah,
probably wasn't.
yeah.
So
Good point.
basically, I think you're not the asshole. I think that you should have said something to your wife before,
Mm,
and that you kind of, instead of being like, "Hey, what happened? Come on, we need to communicate. We're married."
yeah,
You just went straight to her phone to look,
yeah.
and like that's the part where I'm like, dude, what the heck?
If we're talking about within your marriage, are you the asshole? Yeah. If you're talking about like in the grand scheme of things, are you the asshole? Not really. I mean, you didn't start all this.
Yeah, I don't think you're the asshole for um telling the woman's husband. I mean, if you wanted to be nicer, you could have spoke to her first and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna tell him if you don't tell him." But like, you're also just neighbors. Like, I think that's a little different. Like, this is kind of the least you could do for the guy. You know,
That's true.
like if it was your friend, like true friends. Like, I get that you
Yeah.
are kind of close, but like true friends, then you should have made it so that the wife had told her own husband. But I mean, I don't think you really owe her that. It's whatever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
honestly, I think your wife should have told the husband.
The wife should have told OP, and OP should not have gone through the phone. And the wife should have had her own thing, like, "Hey, you tell him where I will."
Yeah.
Like that's how these
Instead
things
of just
should have gone.
ignoring her.
Yeah, and
Like you
then
don't even know. Like she could have been like drunk off her ass
yeah, yeah.
and send those text
We're
messages and
texting
you
the
don't
wrong
even know
person.
anything. I mean, that'd be also an issue. Our husbands don't need to know. But um top comment was neighborhood rule number 1. Do not cheat with, have sex with, swing with, or swap with any neighbors. When it goes wrong, which it will, you now have to continue to live next to them. Which yeah. And then someone said your wife should have told you everyone here sucks. Or everyone sucks here. Um Unpopular opinion. Everyone sucks here. Your wife should have told you what happened and talked about what the next steps were. You went through her stuff and then told the neighbor. Yes, I think the husband deserved to know, but you should have had a conversation with your wife first. What your plans were. Your wife is an asshole for trying to keep this to herself.
I think everyone's sex here is also
Yeah,
fair. I could go with your one.
I think that's kind of like how I'm looking at it is your wife should have told you. You also should have spoke to her instead of going through her phone. Like actually tried to know instead of like just letting her brush it off. Instead of going through her phone. Maybe after you try, go through her phone. I mean, I'm not against that. Other people are. But but like but then yeah, I think you should have spoke to your wife and been like, yo, I went through your phone. I
Yeah,
saw the text messages. That's crazy. I
yeah,
think we should tell the husband. What do you think? And just go from there because it's like you helped out the guy, you kind of fucked up like your own relationship a
yeah,
little bit. But it's like, but then also the wife kind of sucks because she should have told you. Like if something
yeah.
like that happened to me, the first person I'm talking to is you.
I
Who else am I
know,
gonna
I
talk to
know.
about this? I'm like, I would immediately tell you and be
You're like,
like,
guess what happened?
now I'm uncomfortable
Yeah,
and this is our neighbor.
I should probably know.
Yeah. So,
This is who they used to hang out. It's like,
yeah. Yeah, he deserves to know because they were hanging out.
yeah,
So it's like now it's like they're not gonna hang out anymore. Like he doesn't even know what's going on.
yeah, he's
That's
getting all
not how you
sus.
communicate in a marriage.
No,
So yeah.
it's a couple of different, a little bit of a complicated situation, but yeah, basically everyone sucks.
Yeah. Well, I think that's everything today. We actually got through all the stories.
Good. Why would you do that?
Yeah. Why would you message your neighbor to hook up?
You don't even
um
know if she's bi like that.
that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, that's everything today. Comment down below what you thought of each story. If you disagree with our opinions, if you think someone was actually the asshole and we thought they were not, and vice versa. Um, Follow us on TikTok, Love Life Support, and also check us out on Spotify, also Love Life Support. And I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but we've started another podcast.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And if you guys are superhero fans, Marvel fans, DC fans, our podcast is called Post Credit Podcasts. And our first episode is finally up. We also have that on Spotify and YouTube and TikTok. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you should go and check it out.
Just click in the description.
Yeah, I'll have to remember to put it in the description. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and we will catch you next time. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.